What's going on? Anybody in here yet? What's up, brother? How are you doing, Kevin? So I have a photographer friend who actually might make an appearance in here a little bit later on. He took all those shots of me. I have a ton of shots with me on the bikes and in the cars. The one I used for the live stream 2 nights ago was another one he took of me with the Cobra. So, Kevin, how are you dealing with the coronavirus quarantine or restrictions? How's your wife and son, actually? How are they dealing with it? True, and you're both essential personnel like me. So who's watching your son? Or are you guys alternating days off and stuff? Yeah, I got you. It's good to have family right now. It really is. It really is. And Fortnite. It's a good way to keep them occupied. So how's he liking not having school, though? Of course he does. Do you keep him inside the house? Because there's a lot of kids around our neighborhood who are outside playing with other kids. And it's just, I don't know, it seems like a lot of people just don't get it. Good. Okay. Good, good. Yeah, my wife's got me doing like home projects. What's up, Killer Whale? How you doing, buddy? Uh-oh, look who's in the house. Mr. Warnuts. How are you doing, sir? I'm glad you popped in. I appreciate you popping in. I know you're teleworking. But the amount of my subs, I don't have a lot of subs. I wish I had more subs. Living the dream. I got to get more subs. I got to see if I can figure out how to get more subs, but so I'm thinking about taking a cruise tomorrow. Well, let me know his YouTube channel and I'll sub as well. So now he'll have 3. So there's a cruise tomorrow. I guess a lot of the car guys are really fed up that there's no show, that there's no shows anymore. So there's a cruise tomorrow. We're meeting in Marshall, and we're going to go down Skyline Drive. Nobody's getting out of the car, but we're all just going to drive the hot rods for like, I don't know, what's Skyline Drive, like 30 miles away? Then we'll do Skyline and we'll come back. I just got to get the hell out of the house. No, I'm not taking a boat cruise, I'm taking a car cruise. So my dad actually, like 3 weeks ago, took a cruise to the Caribbean. And when he got back, like a week later, the cruise sent him a letter saying that a Canadian woman on the cruise tested positive, and they wanted everybody to get tested. And he didn't get tested, but he's showing no signs. It's been like 2 weeks now. I just feel bad because he's in Florida all by himself. Thank you. I appreciate. Cobra's looking sexy with the lights on. Yeah, you just can't see the logo. Like that one's good, but the light blue, you can see the snake. But all the rest of them kind of blow it out, I think. Usually I have the blue in the background and the red on the Cobra. But gotta change it up a little bit. Keep everybody excited. Yeah, so he seems like he's got a lot of guys interested in the car cruise tomorrow. So depending on the weather, because they're calling for like 20% rain or something, I'm going to check out the weather in the morning. And then we're going to meet up in Marshall about 11. And it'll give me something to film. It'll give me a video to make and things like that. So we'll try to keep busy here, or else we're just going to keep on doing live streams because there's nothing to film. All right, dude, I'll be here. Have fun, be safe. I know work is super slow, but keep on checking in. Like watching paint dry. I know, but you know what? At least you're still getting a paycheck, which is better than most. So a lot of the local restaurants are just doing like pickup. Some places are doing delivery now. Like tonight, we had Panera. They delivered here. The lady's like, I'm just going to drop it on your front door. I was like, okay, I left you a little money on the doorknob. But I made sure my humidor was full before the shit hit the fan. So I got plenty of sticks. I got plenty of Crown. And we're good to go. Oh, dude, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that at all. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I know. Hey, kitty, how you doing? You got it, brother. Thank you again. I appreciate it. I'll get you back. I'll buy you lunch. That's cool, kitty. Uh-oh, some sneaky shit. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. It is, and I appreciate it. Thank you again. Thank you again. $10. I can't believe it. Stay safe, buddy. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, kitty. And if you do, don't get caught. So please don't forget to hit that like button if you're in here. I appreciate that. Likes count. And if you can share me out, please share me out on all your social media. Let's get some people in here. Let's have a really. I'm going to share myself out here now. Again, give me a second. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate it, guys. Let me just share myself out real quick. All right, guys. So, what do we want to talk about tonight? Because we're all in this together. We got to keep ourselves occupied. Talk about 5G. I know absolutely nothing about 5G, killer. And I apologize for not going into your stream the night that I live streamed. I was exhausted, and as soon as I turned everything off, I went to bed. So I apologize. But I hope you had a good live stream. You always do. What do you know about 5G, killer? Tell us something. Educate me. You're new to the channel, Veronica, so don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And tell us how you're dealing with the quarantine. My phone just restarted all by itself. I wonder if I screwed something up. Okay. Hey, Rick Bose Rides. How you doing, brother? Hope you're dealing well with the quarantine. Hope you and your family, if you have any, are safe and sound. On day 13, I'm staying my ass home. I can't blame you. I, on the other hand, am tired of staying home. And I was telling everybody earlier, tomorrow, I got invited to a car cruise where it's called Cruising from Corona. And nobody's going to be getting out of their cars. We're all just going to meet up and we're going to cruise down Skyline Drive. So it should be a good 3-4 hour ride. I just got to get out of the house in a little while, get the car going, get some wind in what little hair I have left. Good, but still working. Well, you know what? That's good if you're still working, Rick Bo, because a lot of people out there are not working. So it's good you still have income coming in. Hopefully you're still getting paid. Just if you have family, just make sure you protect yourself at work and make sure you're not bringing anything home. Keep washing your hands and stuff like that. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow. There's like a 20% chance of rain scattered throughout the day. So I have to check the weather tomorrow before I take the car out. Being that I have no top on the car, last thing I want to do is let my frustrations of staying home get the better of me and then get soaked. But I appreciate everybody coming in here tonight, hanging out, chatting, getting your mind off things a little bit. I retire in 3 days. Well, that's actually fantastic. Probably going to delay your retirement party, but that's fantastic. I'm assuming you work on big rigs? Or do you work on construction equipment or basically anything that has a diesel motor? Nice. Very cool. Well, like I said, 3 more days and you're out of there, so it's a cakewalk. Are you taking your last 3 days pretty easy, or you still working? And how's the music? Can you guys hear the background music? Is it too loud? Am I talking too loud? So my work schedule, it really messed around with my work schedule a lot. Killer well. I was the parts manager of a big truck company, 300 Peterbilts, 250 Volvos, and 500 reefer trailers. And you and Rick Bo should definitely get to know each other. Talk shop. Absolutely. Guys, if you don't know Killer Whale live streams almost every night, and he gets a bunch of people in there and they chat about everything. And it's really just entertaining. It's really a good stream. So if you're interested, you definitely want to check out Killer Whale's channel. RC Nova is taking over at OCMD. What's up, brother? How you doing? Thanks for sending me those pictures the other night. I sent them out. Thank you, Rick Bo. I appreciate that you love my car as much as I love my car. Everything up, and I usually get kicked off. So, but you know what? Let me see if I can do it on my phone. Let me see if I can do it on the phone. Rick Bo's rides. And there you are. Rick Bo, I just subscribed to you, brother. I appreciate you stopping in. Let me check out your channel real quick, see what you do. Okay, cool. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you possibly can. Share me out on all your social media. I'm doing good, brother. I was just telling everybody I'm gonna take the car out tomorrow. There's a local guy who's putting on a little ride, just a cruise. '67 Camaro video. I'll definitely have to check that out later on too. I'm gonna take the car out for a cruise tomorrow. Try to occupy myself. How are you doing, brother? You working on your RC car today? I'm sorry. People are commenting on the post. Very cool. Hopefully you make some videos of you taking that car out. So, Rickbo, what are you going to do after you retire? You're going to jump in that RV I see that you have? You're just going to go for a cruise? Travel the country? Please do, RC. RC Nova is a friend of mine who I met down in Ocean City, Maryland during Hot Rod Week. And he has these RC cars and he builds. And while we're all in the parking lot, he's just zipping the RC cars up and down the strip, and everybody gets all excited about it and all that sort of stuff. And I gave him a sticker the last time, and he slapped a Bangin gear sticker on the back of the car. So I sponsor him now. But hopefully everybody's doing well. These are tough times for all of us. We all got to get through it together. We all have to be kind to one another. And as much as you got to stay home and be stir crazy, you got to entertain yourself. So YouTube has become that platform. I think a lot of people are going to watch videos and entertain themselves. And I see a lot more people doing live streams, trying to get people excited and just try to get people engaged, really. But Frank, do we have to maintain 4,000 watch hours? I'm pretty sure it's only 3,000 watch hours. And I believe once you're monetized, the hour thing goes away. Because I have no way of seeing my total watch time hours anymore. Or maybe I just don't know where it is. If you know where I can find that in my analytics, please share that with me. But I don't see my total watch hours anymore. I could only track it when I was below my 3,000 hours. Then once I hit it, that whole thing had vanished on me. I mean, I see how many hours I've done in a certain period, and I can set that to a year and see how many watch hours I have. But as far as I know, as long as you hit it, and you're still making content, I was under the understanding that those requirements go away. But the way that you live stream, Killer, you gotta hit your hours. You probably get 4,000 hours every month. Where we had a guy in here the other day, Dr. Fox 2000, and he live streams 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. His cameras never turn off. And he was saying that YouTube doesn't even count his live stream hours anymore. That'd be cool, RC. I'd love to see that car doing wheelies. But I was getting 2,000 a month, but now I only just under 1,000 because my streams are smaller and shorter. Even everyone's streams are getting smaller. And that may be why he said that, because he was saying in here the other day that, I mean, every now and then when you run a 24-hour live stream, something happens. You have a technical difficulties and you got to turn it off and then turn it back on again. But he was saying he has his live camera. He had his live camera on the last 56 days straight, and it didn't turn off. And his live stream is just 56 days long, 24 hours a day. That's a massive amount of hours. And I asked him, well, how do you even track that? And that's when he was telling me that YouTube doesn't even count as live streams anymore. That what he does is he takes segments of his live streams and he makes smaller videos of them, and then he posts them as a video. But he's got a different channel than like you or I. He doesn't do a lot of FaceTime talking. He has like a 360 camera on top of the house and does like an aerial view. You see sunsets. He's got a bunch of wild bunnies in his backyard. He puts the camera on them. And he's got multiple cameras on screen. But he was saying he'll take, like, if he catches a shooting star or a rocket or something, space launch, that he'll take that section and he'll make a separate video of it and he'll post that by itself. And that time will count towards his hours. But his live streams are just so huge that YouTube doesn't even count them anymore, which I think is a shitty thing on YouTube's part, to be honest. I really hope they don't cancel Cruise Week. I hope they don't cancel Cruise Week, dude. I still haven't talked to my cousins yet from New York on whether or not they want to even come down to Hot Rod Week, because I always go to Hot Rod Week with my cousins. My dad comes up from Florida, and we go to Hot Rod Week. And being that it's in May, I have to know by mid-April on whether or not I'm going to cancel my condo. So, in order for me to get my deposit back. But they have not made that announcement yet, and I hope that they let it ride. I hope the town opens up. Because right now, as far as I know, everything is closed. So, I think I got too much red in the background. I should use a different color. But so other than that, how's everybody else doing? So today I've just been like working on projects around the house. You realize, well, a lot of people are just trying to get a lot of things done. My next door neighbor is like retiling the bathroom and putting new carpet down and staining hardwood floors, and some people are just getting lots of work done that's just been piling up. It's a good time to catch up on the honey-do list, I guess. the whole world is in the same situation, basically. Some parts of the world are ill-equipped to deal with this. That's very true. They're letting people out of prisons. And here, a guy in on charges of molestation was released in my state, all because of the virus, they say. See, they keep telling us they're only going to let out, like, non-violent offenders and stuff like that. But I know in Michigan, I have a guy that I work with who's from Michigan, and he keeps posting that the governor is putting out these announcements that, you know, it's a state where they've already put out like a stay-at-home request, and if they see you outside, they gave law enforcement the authority to arrest you. And I'm like, why? How are they going to arrest me for being outside my house, but yet they're going to let people out of jail? I said, that makes absolutely no sense at all. I can see them maybe slapping you with a fine or something if the state has a stay-at-home thing, but you're going to arrest me for being outside on my front lawn? I don't think so. And I had a friend who went to Cabela's today, and there was a line outside, and at first he thought they were only letting a certain amount of people in at a time, like maybe like 10 people in the entire store at a time. And one of the sales guys says, one of the sales guys said they were only letting people in the store who were buying guns and ammo. That's it, which is just crazy. People are just stockpiling guns and ammo. People on the internet are already talking. They're all over Facebook saying, as soon as I get my $1,200 check from the government, I'm going to go out and buy an assault rifle. And, you know, I hear you. Let's talk about fun stuff. What does this say? Bishop, my sister is a CO at the prison here, a correctional officer at the prison here. They haven't released any inmates here. Veronica, where is here? Salisbury, Maryland. Okay. So you're pretty local too. To be honest with you, I understand everybody's all on this assault rifle craze, but if you're worried about people looting or breaking into your home or something to that effect, buy a shotgun. A shotgun is aim and shoot, where assault rifle is like, I don't know, a pistol or an assault rifle at the house. You know, if you want a pistol on your person while you're out, that's one thing, but for home defense, I've always been a fan of the shotgun. I'm not sure where else they might be doing it, but I did read it in yesterday's newspaper. I'm in St. Louis, and killer whale. I've heard that in other places. Happy it's not happening here. Tactical shotgun. Yeah, trust me, I want one too. I want a Benelli shotgun, tactical shotgun. Veronica, since you're in Maryland, have you heard anything about Hot Rod Week? Any rumors? Because I know Ocean City has like a theme every week, and I don't know if that's, I mean, it's not open season yet. I mean, obviously, not open. It's not vacation season yet. So I don't know if they've canceled, because I know like they have Bike and Hot Rod Week, they have Corvette Week and Jeep Week and all these other themed weeks to keep the business flowing through through Ocean City. And I don't know if they started canceling, so I don't know what's before. So I know Hot Rod Week is in May. I don't know if there was anything before Hot Rod Week that they might have canceled already. No, nothing yet. I get emailed updates from the local chamber. Okay, that's good to know. They rescheduled the home show for the end of April and haven't canceled that yet either. Schools are on digital learning until the 26th of April. It's got to be April because today's the 28th. Or May. Okay, April. Well, hopefully you and your family are safe. April, okay. The cigar keeps going out. Too much talking as usual. All right, so let's talk about something fun then. Let's get off the depressing stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. So have any of you guys seen these stupid videos? You know, like the whole generation pod guys. So you see these videos now, they're like, the lighter just reminded me. They're like sucking in hairspray and they're lighting it up, and there's all these videos of them catching their faces on fire and their hair and burning their eyebrows off and stupid shit. Oh, and that actually reminds me. That actually reminds me, somebody sent me something today to let me know today was National Cleavage Day. So I guess it's another made-up holiday. But my Facebook feed has been scattered with all these cleavage pics all day. And my cousin Steven posted a video of some woman turning her breast into a person with sunglasses, and it was just a hysterical video. It was really funny to watch. But happy National Cleavage Day. Can't keep this left. So the last live stream we talked about I don't know when that is, Veronica. You might have to Google that one up and see if there is an actual National Penis Day. Fair is fair. True. But being that I wouldn't follow that, I don't have an answer for you. You're going to have to research that one on your own. So I forgot what I was. So I got the fan on here so I don't smoke myself out like a Cheech and Chong movie. I don't want to hotbox myself. Thanks. I'll probably live stream again. I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream again tomorrow and see how, let you guys know how the cruise went today. How the cruise went earlier tomorrow. And then I'll live stream again tomorrow night. But last live stream we talked about getting I'm having a brain fart. Killer. What was the software I need to get to do the live streams? To get multiple people in here. StreamYard. It just hit me. So I still haven't had a chance to do anything on StreamYard yet. To get it, to sign up an account or anything like that. But StreamYard, yeah, thank you. So hopefully I can get StreamYard soon, and then we can maybe bring a couple people on. We can get like a whole panel, and we could all chat. Be a lot more entertaining, I think, instead of you guys just looking at me and typing. I pay $25 a month for unlimited and extra perks, but you can do like 40 hours per month for free. Oh. Well, I might have to get the $25 a month one because, well, 40 hours a month, I think, you know what? I think that might be perfect for me, actually, because I only do like 3 hours at a shot, and then maybe, you know, if this keeps going, maybe I'll do 3 times a week, and it should be under 369, 18, 24, 30. Yeah, it should still be under 40 hours. So maybe I'll just get the free one. But I still haven't figured out if is it software you have to download, or you just go into StreamYard and just sign in? But if you all could just give me 30 seconds, I'm going to go change these lights. All that red back there is bothering me. I'm going to turn the back ones to blue. So I'll be right back. You guys can watch. There you go. I think that's better. Where just Google search StreamYard, follow the instructions. Very, very user friendly. When you just pay attention to the screen and options much easier than Streamlabs or OBS in my opinion. Okay, cool. Well, I'll definitely have to, like I said, I definitely have to get it and start this way. We can do some panel chats. There's one more thing I want to do with that Cobra. There you go. That to me is a little better. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. Maybe you can share me out. I appreciate it on any kind of social media you guys have. Making sure everybody's cool. Okay, we're all good. So what else is everybody doing? Well, what is everybody watching on TV to occupy the time? Yes, panels are cool sometimes. You can also highlight comments on the screen and share the screen. Look at people's channels. Yeah, so Killer Whale does a great stream almost every night. And I really appreciate that you do this for me, Killer. And every time I come out with a new video, he shows it on his channel. And it means a lot. It really does. I don't think I type thank you and things like that, but at least here I could say it to you face to face, and well, not really face to face, my face to your typing, obviously. But thank you very much. I really appreciate when you do that. It means a lot. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that you're sharing me out on everything. Street Outlaws is a great show, brother. I love Street Outlaws. One of the guys, I believe, he actually tested positive, not to bring it back to a sad topic, but I'm pretty sure one of the Street Outlaw guys just tested positive in old Cruise Week videos. Hopefully you're watching mine. Oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Try to have fun with my videos. Try to be creative. So, and now that there's nothing to film, I'm kind of stuck. So, but somebody gave me a great idea the other day about doing like a mock fake car show with like Matchbox cars or something, and trying to film that like a little spoof video. Be kind of funny. I also had a really cool idea about having my next door neighbor like scream out the window, "Help me, help me!" And I used the drone and I drone over a roll of toilet paper. Because you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep doing stuff. This cigar is having a hard time. So I think we're gonna break out another one. hopefully, like I said, everybody's good. So, but I'm watching like I've always been a huge fan of like Homeland. I watch Homeland all the time. They're on their final season. Homeland is such a good show, and Westworld, of course. I like Westworld, but Westworld's. See, I like Westworld because it's complicated, and you can't figure anything out unless you watch the entire season. And they just started the second season of Altered Carbon on Netflix, which is a really good show as well. See if anybody's commented on any of the posts. Nope. Let me share it out again. Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me share this out right now. I'm live right now. Oh. All right, let me copy that. Give me 1 more second. I'll be right back, I promise. All right. I just started a cigar channel. You see, if I can find one of your Cobra Jet and make it as close. You know what? And that would be awesome if you did that. And if you need my help with that, let me know. Okay? Shoot me a message on Instagram, and if you need help with that, I'm more than happy to help. But I hope everybody is doing good. These are the hardest things about these chats, is I don't really know what to say unless you guys start a topic. Then we can chat for hours and hours and hours. This one's burning a whole lot better than that last one. I just couldn't keep that last one lit. A couple of puffs. Wasn't smoldering. Paper towels. Worth their weight in gold. Make myself a little coaster here. I'm getting everything wet. All right. So let's think here. What's going on in the world? I was hoping a couple of my cousins were going to pop in, talk about their cars. This one's funny. Heart and Wonder, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you stopping in. How are you tonight? Hope you and your family are doing well during these trying times. We're just in here just hanging out, chatting, bunch of different topics. Want to talk about Heart and Wonder? I gotta figure out a way to live stream while I'm sitting down. This is standing up for like 3 hours is a pain in the ass. So what would you guys like to chat about? We're trying to keep it light and happy instead of sad and depressing. No coffee. Crown Royal. Or is that you? cigarettes and coffee, cigars and Crown. So it was beautiful here. What was I saying here? I can't find one of your cars. Is there a Vet, like a 60s Vet? Split window, black, big motor, just pouring out the front of the car. No emoji for Crown Royal. I will have 2 Blood Marys Monday afternoon. Yeah, there's no emoji for Crown Royal. We should write YouTube about that and complain. The 70s Corvette in red would be perfect, dude. I'm happy to sponsor that build. You can bring it down. Cool. Oh, look at that. That is a classic Crown Royal. 2 rocks. That's a good emoji. That's a good emoji. So, Killer, what is your drink of choice? And I know you're like is it Mr. Pip? That you're a big fan? I forgot what you drink. But I don't mean the soda, but I mean like adult beverage. I'm going to say here. So here's me. me see something. There you go. Dr. Pepper. Why would I say Mr. Pip? Alcohol leaning towards clean liquors, clear liquors like gin and vodka, strong drinks, a little beer. Takes me too many and it's too much fluid together. I never got to do a burnout with the other car since it burned up in salt water. So I've discovered a love for gin in like the last year. And I don't know, a really good friend of mine, George, turned me on to it. So we have a local distillery here in town who, ironically, has switched manufacturing from distilled alcohol. They're making hand sanitizer for the next few months to help out, which is really kind of a cool thing. But they make a gin there that's just phenomenal. They make a drink called Pepino, and it's a drink and like it's got some fruit juice in it, and it's just it's very similar to like a mojito, but it's just phenomenal. It's so good. And I've gotten a few other gin drinks at other places, and it's I didn't think I was a gin guy, but it turns out I slowly am becoming a gin guy. Gin is one of those alcohols that has it's known to be like an older generation's drink. Like your grandfather drinks gin. It's not like a modern thing, but it's coming. I guess as the older you get, your palate changes, and I've always been a dark liquor guy. I've never been a Jack guy or anything like that. And when I order Crown, like a Crown of Coke out, and they don't have it, and they replace it with Jack, I can tell right away. And they're like, "No, it's Crown." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's fucking Jack. I can tell it's Jack." But I really have discovered a new thing I have for gin. But so RC Nova, you didn't get to do the burnout in front of Wawa because it burned up in salt. Well, why were you putting your car in the ocean? Is my question to you, my friend. What did you do? Did you launch it off the pier in Ocean City? Or did you have some kind of a sand 4x4 car? You were on the beach and a wave kind of took it. But I've been a Crown Royal fan for a while. I love my Crown Royal. Started in college, and I like my Crown Royal. I did a burnout in a puddle, and it was salt water. Where you did the burnout, and just smoked the motor up. I think doing a burnout in water with an electric motor in your RC car, whether it was salt water or not, I think would have burnt that motor up. We got 7 people in here tonight. Oh, just lost one. 6. Hope everybody's having a good night. We're just here chatting along, wasting some time. Just chilling out, having a good time. BSing, watching the world go by. ARC, how about a Trans Am? Yeah, so why don't you tell everybody about that new motor and how fast it is? Like you were telling me on Instagram. This motor's quick. So if they cancel Ocean City, Maryland for Hot Rod Week, I usually do like my giveaways down there, like the baseball caps and the fleeces and stuff like that. But I'm gonna have to do like giveaways without being down there and see what I can do, so I can get some of my merch out there. What do you say? Is a Chassel motor tricked out and will do 75 miles an hour? That is crazy fast for an RC car. So how many RC cars do you have? You have 15 RC cars? Is this going to be your fastest motor? It's going to be crazy fast, dude. Crazy fast. What does a motor like that cost? I don't know anything about RC cars. Whoa. $140 for an electric motor. So what do? Do you race them? Is there a track up there by you? Can you take them out there and you drag them? Because at that speed, making turns and stuff, it just probably slides all over the place. But but I don't know if there's even such a thing as like an RC drag strip. Yeah, you don't want to roll it because I know how yours look. They look all decked out and really good looking. I wish in the chat on YouTube they would let you post like photographs and stuff like that. Too close, I think. Let's see if I can make some adjustments in. And like I said, the last thing you want to do is roll that. I know how much time and effort you put into them. I'm trying to get more people in here. So my cousin is watching me, but he's not in. He can see me. I guess he doesn't have a YouTube subscription. I see you lit another cigar. When I checked with your dad, he said he only had 2 left. Maybe you know what? I would love to send him some, but I don't know how long the mail is going to be working or how long it'll take. And for Christmas, I actually got him a cigar of the month, so he shouldn't be without cigars for a little while. But hopefully, if I have to send him some, I'll send him some clip. But let me see here. People have gotten them to go 186 miles an hour. In what shorter distance? I mean, I don't know if it would relate to the same, like on a quarter mile for a real car. If they have a drag track for an RC car, what would the distance be? I gotta find a place to sit. This is standing up for 3 hours is killing me. But the car disintegrated in a roll. Yeah, I mean, any car at 186 miles an hour rolls. It's toast. So if there's anybody watching who is watching on YouTube but doesn't have a sign-in, if you have a Gmail account, Google owns YouTube. So if you have a Gmail account, you can sign into YouTube with the same username and password, and then you can join the chat. If you didn't know that, you'd be surprised how many people don't know that Google owns YouTube, and that if you have a Gmail account with a username and password, obviously, that signs you into YouTube as well. They got my cousin texting me at the same time. If he can see me, but he's not chatting. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get another one. So I'll be right back. Entertain yourselves, chat a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, yeah. Oh. I left my glasses upstairs. I'll be right back. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna wash. All right. Sorry about that. Now I can see what people are typing here. So, does anybody else have anything else going on? Anything new, exciting? Sorry, I tuned in a little late. I'm not sure if you mentioned the phenomenal job. True. So yeah, that brings up a great point. He's texting my cousin, not to mention a phenomenal job that all our first responders and healthcare workers are doing and how much we appreciate them. Black. There's only one color for our Firebird Trans Am, and that would be black. So, but workers, healthcare, first responders, police, firemen, paramedics. There's a great restaurant here in town that was actually on the national news the other night. That they started a GoFundMe, and people were donating, and they were making meals, and they were delivering them to the local hospitals. And it's great. It's a great opportunity, and in the long run, I think those businesses will be repaid for those. And like I mentioned earlier, the local distillery here is stopped making alcohol and are making hand sanitizer, and all the restaurants are doing curbside and delivery, which I think is I think a lot of restaurants are realizing that they should have been doing that from the start. That's a good opportunity for them, for their businesses to grow by doing, pick up and take out, and even delivery. That was a little strong. I was going to say something. It was funny when I went to go paint my first car because it had been painted in the inside. Because it had to be painted on the inside. Well, yeah, the tops on the RC cars, they come off, right? You should be painting them inside and out. So, does anybody else have any local restaurants or places that are doing stuff like that? That have changed their whole business structure? This crisis will definitely change the way the world does business. In OC, you can order an orange crush curbside to go. You know what? I saw that the other day off of Secrets' Facebook page that they were doing curbside pain in the asses and orange crushes. Drive by, have your drink. They were like $3 and change. And one of the comments were, how come it's $3 and change for the curbside, but normally it's $8 inside if you go get the pain in the ass. So But doesn't that promote like drinking and driving? Unless they want you to hang out in the parking lot and drink. You cruise by secrets. You pick up a pain in the ass, or my favorite, the dirty banana. No sexual jokes there, but they make an awesome dirty banana, and then what? Get in the car, then go again, and then you get pulled over at the next light by the cop, going, "Oh yeah, we saw you get the secrets." Exactly, it's a moneymaker. It's a moneymaker. So, what else we got here? Big Mike. How do you stay in any text? Hold on a second. Somebody else is trying to text me or... Well, so one of my cousins is having a trouble. I guess he's trying to say something. But he can't. I don't know if he's logged in or not. What does it say? Just the inside of the shell body was clear. So do the bodies come molded in a color, RC, or are they all clear and you have to paint them? That way when you paint the outside, the inside is the same color. So YouTube keeps on kicking my cousin out for some reason. And my cousin who's trying to log in is one of the guys I go to Ocean City with. He's a guy who brings a different car every year. So I don't know what he had planned on bringing in May. I think he might still actually have the Cougar. But he brings a different car depending on the weather as well. But we just bumped up to 6. Maybe that was him coming back in. They are clear so you can see right through them. So you don't even have to paint the body. You can just put the clear thing on and then people can see all of the insides of the car, which might be cool by itself. Yeah, we just went down to 5. I think he keeps signing in and then getting kicked out for some reason. And my other cousin is not signed in at all and is just like, just watching. So RC, my question is, with the electric motors in the RC cars, I'm sure they get pretty hot. There's no way to cool them, right? They're all air cooled. Or is there some way to liquid cool the RC car with the electric motor? Because I know like some of the high-end computers are liquid cooled now. You can buy like some Alienware hard drive and they're liquid cooled. They circulate through to keep the computer processing chips nice and cold. It has fans. That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. It's got fans. That's smart. That's real smart. Veronica, too bad. Or maybe they are, I don't know. But legs and the bacon and the crab meat and the shrimp and everything piled up on top. I take that to go. Hey! Sorry, took me a while, but I'm technically challenged. Well, Cliff, welcome to the live stream, where we're discussing multiple topics of every range. I know you have a beautiful Corvette. You can go to the wharf and get seafood off the boat from the fishermen. You can order everything in town now to go. That's really cool, though. The fact that they're trying to stay in business and they're trying to do everything to go. The problem is that Ocean City is such a touristy town that the only constant are the residents. And I don't know how many residents really patronize some of those big tourist hotspot restaurants like Secrets or like Crab Cake Factory and some of those places. But if everything is to go, maybe I'm hoping they don't cancel Ocean City. If they don't cancel if they don't cancel Hot Rod Week, they don't cancel Hot Rod Week, and they let us, at least park the cars in parking lots, stuff like that, then I have no problem getting a to-go order and going back to the condo and eating there, or just eating in a lounge chair in the parking lot by my car, Yeah, so I don't know what car Mike is bringing this year either. And Mike is texting me as well. He's having problems signing on as well. So it keeps kicking him off for some reason. But hopefully he figures it out. But he's saying that they could do what they did in the 50s. Well, they did that, and I think you mean like the girl in the roller skates bringing the food out to the car, but there's still a social distancing problem there, if that's still even a thing by that point. But like I said, I got no problem because we hang out in front of my condo and at the bus stop and watch the cars go up and down the strip anyway. So I have no problem going to Secrets and getting, jerk chicken or something to that effect, which is phenomenal at Secrets. And then going back and sitting in the chair watching the cars go by at night. I have no problem with that at all. So hopefully they figure something out to that effect. I hope they get town back open soon. OC needs tourism, etc. But yeah, it exactly is. That whole town is based on whatever theme week it is that week. So in the restaurants, there's so many different great places to eat, drink, and hang out that I don't know. I hope they get it together, and I hope they figure something out. I think the hardest part would be, do you have the vendors at the inlet? Do you want people walking around in those crowds? If they were just going to have a cruise in where you would come, no vendors, not like I buy anything anyway. The only thing I buy there from the vendors are rags every year, rags and the wax, stuff like that. But you know, most of it's just sitting in the parking lot looking at cars. So, Cliff, did you drop the car off yet for the supercharger? And I talked to Angine the other day, Cliff. She's in a panic, but I was on the phone with her for maybe an hour, and she's, not yet, waiting for the head unit to be delivered. Well, that car's going to be pretty phenomenal. Why don't you... She's good? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I was talking to her the other day for like an hour or so, and she was telling me she goes outside and does little walks around the building and stuff like that. But she's worried about touching the buttons in the elevator and stuff like that. And I guess her hardest part's cooking. That was never her forte to start off with. But as long as you guys are watching after her, I'm sure she'll be fine. Told it should be here on Monday. So is it coming to you or is it going straight to the shop? You guys should put that 871 blower on my Nova. Yes, I think you should. That was a good little, that's a big blower motor. And it looks pretty awesome. Yes, I brought her food the other day. Yeah, I know. She's probably living off eggs and cereal. So she was telling me that Philip stopped by the other day with the pizza for her. Going to the shop. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I decided I am not going to make any large purchases until all this is totally over. Trying to keep as much, trying to keep my finances under wraps in case, the shit really hits the fan here. Made her pasta and brought her cold cuts and bread. See, you've always been a good cook. That's really good. That's really nice. And she was telling me that they pulled little Philip out of Manhattan and that he's staying with them. Yes, we do. We do need to take care of those in need. And we need to take care of those who are going above and beyond. Like today, I was telling everybody we had food delivered to the house from Panera, which normally doesn't deliver. And We tipped her extremely well. We thanked her profusely for coming over and bringing food, and she was very happy to be regarded in that matter. And we need to take care of everybody right now. Everybody needs a helping hand. But if they don't cancel Ocean City, Cliff, are you going to stop down? Car may go in on Monday afternoon and be done within the week. Yeah, that's great. That's great. The problem is the minute that car comes back, you will not be staying home. Knowing you're going to be out in that car every chance you possibly get. Tearing up the Cross Bronx. You'll be up and down the Taconic. You'll be like, Mike, you need toilet paper? I'll be right there. No. Not sure, heard you may have extra guests this year, but I will keep my social distancing. I heard Steven might come. I don't know. He says that every year. And I, as much as I would love for Steven to come, he says, maybe I'll think about it. And then like a week before, he says no. So if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He's always welcome, and so are you. And so is everybody else. It only holds so many people. But we might have one less guest because of the lateness of the decision, and Ocean City hasn't figured out what they're going to do yet, if they're going to have it or they're going to cancel it. I'm 99% sure my father's not coming. So he hasn't booked a train, hasn't booked a flight. It's getting a little late for that now. So I think he's better off anyway, staying home and protecting himself. And so that's one less person. And since I don't sleep at night and I'm doing all of the editing, then that frees up a double bed that we can slide 2 people in. I've tried to get Philip there for a while. Sorry. I would love it if Philip came. Big Philip and little Philip. So I think they would have a great time with the Mustang down there. as long as little Philip didn't go drag racing or anything, do anything stupid, you know. But even if they didn't bring a car and Big Philip drove with you and little Philip drove with me, I let him, you know, drive me around in the Cobra, like if you wanted to. I'm out. It would be really cool. Yes, but they would have to share the car. Well, that's why I'm saying, if he didn't bring the car, if he didn't bring the Mustang, I know he would want to. But if he didn't bring the Mustang, Philip could drive with you in the Corvette, and little Philip can hang out with me in the Cobra. And me and him could take turns driving that. Since he's the only one out of all of you who will fit in it, besides me. But it would be awesome if we can get all the cousins down there, at least the guys, and have our cousins dinner. I think that would be awesome. If the restaurants are open, of course. So it would be a cousin reunion. Let me text Mike real quick and tell him that you're in the chat. Cool. But how many do we have? So we have me, and I don't know if Steven comes, he'd bring Mark. Killer Whale, I see that you're still in here. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate you popping back in and out. Yes, I don't want to reveal the car he's bringing. Who? Michael? Or Philip? Michael. Well, I don't know if he's got something new or something he had, but I know the car I hope he brings, which I think will get him in a lot of trouble. But I hope he brings Michael's Malibu and does a couple of wheelie stands right there on the main strip. And I think my music is over, so let me restart my music here. Give me 2 seconds. So okay, so nope, he's not bringing the Malibu. Well, then it must be something new. It must be something new because I don't know what else he's got. Does Michael still have the cougar? Yeah, he really likes that cougar. He really does. So. Did he answer your text? No, he did not. I don't know. He might be having issues. And I know he does everything on his phone, so I don't think he's figured it out. He's more tech savvy than I am. True. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll be honest with you. The first time I did a live stream when he popped in, I was shocked. I literally was like, "Whoa! I can't believe he's actually online." So, and he's logged into a couple. So yeah, but no, he hasn't replied. No. But hopefully he comes in. You got to get your brother on here too. You can have a whole family reunion on here. In light of everyone going on, if they had an event in in light of everything going on, if they have an event in Ocean City, we should make it a priority that all the cousins be all together. That would be awesome. Like I said, I would love it if that happened. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not including second cousins. Plus, Philip is watching the movie. Plus, Pete and Joe. So that's 7. And the condo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That still puts 2 people on the floor. That's the only issue. No. You, Philip, Joe, Mike, Pete. Oh, and Richie. I forgot Richie. So that's the problem. The problem is so. But it would be really awesome if we got everybody together in Ocean City. But if it doesn't happen in May, maybe we can make it happen in October. What movie is he watching? Is he watching Contagion? Contagion? We'll have to play it by ear. Absolutely. So, but what are you doing to pass the time? Have you taken the bike out at all? We've had a couple of nice days. And I sent Philip a like a backpack bag that straps on to the back of the bike. I know he's got a new one, and I know it's got bags and everything, but I don't know if he's used a bag or not at all. Yesterday was gorgeous here. I went for a long ride. Nice. Very good. It was gorgeous here yesterday as well. It was overcast today with a little rain in the morning, but other than that, it was warm. And then tomorrow is supposed to be the same thing. It's supposed to be overcast, and it's supposed to be like almost 80 here tomorrow. And I'm gonna take the car out for a cruise. There's a bunch of guys meeting, and they're gonna just go for a nice long drive. It won't be a parking lot show. Everybody's just gonna go for a cruise. His new bike hasn't made it out of the garage. So he bought a paperweight, is what you're telling me. But he's working from home, right? I think Aunt Jean said that he sets up his little office in the garage. He opens up the garage door, and he's happy because he could smoke his cigars while he's working now. and Mike's going to be really disappointed if Ocean City does happen, but the restaurants are still strictly takeout. He's not going to be able to go to his all-you-can-eat buffet place, and he's going to be upset. He works out of the garage, and now he has less room with both bikes inside it. Well, I'm sure he's happy just to be home. So how is Mark faring in all of this? Is he keeping busy? I know he just graduated college, so job hunting right now is going to be horrible. He's happy to work from home, but everyone else is there. Now, also to bother him. True. Very true. Happy, but well, that's true. It's a breeding ground. Everybody would complain at the gym that they didn't wipe off the seats and everything. They were all sweaty and everything. Now you really don't want to be near it. He's a beast. He's starting to look like little Michael. Not that big, but strong as hell. Good for him. Very cool. I'm still trying to get some more people in here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So it's just crazy with everything that's going on. So I am going to set up a camera for tomorrow's cruise. And I think, so we're going to do Skyline Drive, which is a beautiful scenic road up the mountain in Shenandoah Valley. I don't know how many cars are going to be there yet, of course. But I'm sure we'll stop and we'll do some overlooking. And when we stop, I'll film the other cars. I'll try to get a video out of it. It may not be a musical montage that I usually do. It may be a lot of talking, but we'll see what we get. But I am going to set the cameras up in the car and move them around. So what I've done is I have mounts stuck around the car, and I have 2 cameras, and every time we stop, I'll move the cameras around. And I already put out to the guys that are going to go on the cruise that if they have their cameras and they can get me the footage, I'll use their footage as well, and I'll put all the shots together in a video for everybody. And the guy who's putting on the show, the cruise, was really excited about it. But like I said, it depends on the weather. There's like a 20% chance of rain. I'll check it in the morning before I decide on whether or not I'm going to go. If I had a regular car with a roof, it'd be no problem. But no roof in the rain, and it's a 3 or 4 hour cruise. I got to be real careful, of course. So. Keep sliding over. Should be here so you guys can see the car. Has anybody talked to Victoria? See how she's doing in all this, being in the medical field? Okay. Yeah, she's in the middle of all this, I think. From what Aunt Jean was telling me, she's like in the middle of it. So she just has to be real careful being around everything that she's around. Yeah, I don't get to talk to her as much as I would like. But the last time I did talk to her, I told her she has an open invitation if she ever wants to get away and come out here, because she's only maybe half hour, 45 minutes away. If she wanted to come out here and take a break and hang out, and go out for dinner one night, I'm more than happy to go pick her up. But I know she's working she works like a dog. She's a workaholic. Let me text Michael again. See if he's still having issues. Hot Rari doesn't cancel. I'll make plans to see her if I'm down there. You mean as you drive through here, you stop off and see her? That's great. I'm sure she would like that. I'm sure she can make time for you, even if it's like just like a lunch break or something. No one says you got to stay there the whole time. You definitely just drive through, see her, and then come on down. So who else is in here? Slide it back in front. You still in here, brother? That's good. Yeah, I got no answer from Michael. Is Steven sleeping? Of course he is. Because he's so busy doing nothing all day. But I even sent it out to like Pete, little Michael. I just don't know if those guys have accounts. He exhausted himself. Yeah. He needs to be really careful in all this too with his COPD. So RC, what are you doing? You just hanging out? Eavesdropping? Or you doing something else? Like on the side? Working on the car? Working on the Nova. So how does the blower mount to the top of the car? You just glue it on? Or does it snap on? I mean, how does all that work? Oh. So, Cliff, Michael says he stopped trying after trying to sign on 20 times. So, I guess Mike's out trying to get on here tonight. Ask him what car he's bringing. Okay, hold on. All right, we'll see what he says. I'm going to use double-sided tape or hot glue or sadly drill holes. Yeah, the thing is, if you drill holes, then you can never take it off. Too bad there's not a way for you to not permanently stick it to the car. That way, if you wanted to take it off and put something else on, you can, or you could just take it off. I gotta change the song. The song annoys me every time. Well, he's responded, Cliff, and he said it's probably going to be the Cougar that he sold the 55. So I hope the 55 wasn't the surprise, because you know he doesn't hold anything that long. Okay, what does this say? It was, yeah. So, you know he doesn't hold anything. He buys and sells too fast. So, at least you probably saw the 55, or at least saw photos of it. I didn't even get that. So actually, all he said. He's too funny. He said he wanted to bring the 55 so he can drive it there and not trailer it. Oh, nice. But what was the 55? Was it a 55 Chevy? I'm smoking myself out. And to be honest, I think the Cougar is the only car he's kept for as long as he's had cars. That wasn't a race car. I think the Cougar is, he's had the Cougar for at least 3 or 4 years now, right? Steven and I went to his house to bring him a set of brakes for the 69 Camaro that he had already sold, and he had the 55 Bel Air in the door. Nice. That's what happens. He's quick like that. In and out. He's sold cars before he's even gotten them home. You know how he is. So when you bring the Corvette down to get the supercharger on it, are you gonna, somebody gonna follow you to bring you back home? Does Michael even know you're putting this supercharger on the Corvette? Yeah, he loves that Cougar. Yeah, he loves that Cougar. It's funny because every time, for a car guy, every time I tell him I want to do something to the Cobra, he's like, why? Why would you do that? Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Meanwhile, all he does is play with cars. And you think he'd be all excited. Oh yeah, that would be, that would be great. Oh yeah, but all he does is ever try to talk me out of it. You can see my Shelby light in the reflection in my glasses. So I picked up this the other day. Yeah, I don't know. But that Corvette's going to be super fast, man. You know what you need is you need a project car. You need to pick up another Barracuda. See, we picked up another person and another like, so somebody else gave me a thumbs up. Just chilling and hanging out. What does it say? Thought crossed my mind, but then I would spend too much time and money on that and not enjoy driving the vet as much. No, because no one says you have to get it done as fast as you possibly can. That was my problem when I was building the motorcycles. I was spending way too much time building and not enough riding. And I kind of lost my love for the bike. And I learned my lesson with the car, I think. If I ever did another project, I would, just take my time. Just do it in your spare time. There's no reason why you got to rush and get things done and neglect the other stuff. So I still have the one bike that I'm sitting on right now, and it needs a ton of work. And I got to start working on that. And I think maybe we're stuck at home right now, I think it's a golden opportunity for me to really get some work done on this bike and film it because I'm struggling for content. My problem was I had too many motorcycles. And I always favored the one, and the rest just kind of sat around. So if I was just going to be putting around town, I used one bike. But every so often, I'd go on a long haul, and I'd bring the other bike out. But as my friends started selling their bikes, I didn't have anybody to ride with it. And I didn't enjoy riding long distances by myself. So, and that's why when I wanted to get the car, you know, a bunch of people asked me, are you going to build it? And I was like, I don't want to build it. Not that I can't, but I'd rather just buy it and enjoy it than really spend the time in the garage, more time than I really want to, tinkering with the car. I just want to be able to just buy it and go. Life's too short here. Season's too short here in the northeast, so I ride the bike and take the vet as often as I possible. Yeah. So, and you have your brother to ride with, stuff like that. So you guys, you know, you guys play off each other that way, and you guys keep each other going. Bluegrass Jam. I don't blame you. Building is time consuming. Hey, Bluegrass. Hey, Bluegrass. I recognize the car from the pic. What's going on, brother? How are you? How are things down there? Yep, I'm still on, kitty. Almost 3 hours and counting. I would love to get the cars together. Nice to see you too again, kitty. Glad you can join us again. I saw you on here earlier. So, Bluegrass, are you still making videos? I had a very unequal spy mission. But that's kind of a good. Yeah, you don't want spy missions to go bad. Because they don't go a little bad. They always go a lot of bad. Let me see something real quick. Oh, look. Look at this. Let's see. Trying to see. Bluegrass, I thought I recognized the car, but maybe you're not who I thought you were. It was boring, and that's always about it. Very true. Very true. Oh, I know who you are now. I got you. For some reason, the car It looked like a 55 Chevy from the small little picture I'm seeing. I thought you were somebody else, but I know who you are now. So speaking of which, did you see that there's a cruise tomorrow? If you want to join, if you want to meet me and cruise up together. So there's a bunch of guys who are meeting. There you go. See, I thought it was a 55. There's a cruise tomorrow. We're meeting in Marshall, and we're going to go down Skyline Drive. It's not a show or anything like that. We're just going to get in a car and cruise for a couple of hours. So you still have my phone number, right? If you want, shoot me a text. If you're interested, I can shoot you the information, or we can meet up at the Sheets right here in town. They're meeting at 11 in Marshall. We can cruise up and spend the whole day in the car. And since we'll have both cars, we could take photographs and video and all that good stuff. Okay. Wow, you got plans? Locked in the house all day? If I'm going to stream a lot more, I seriously need to figure out a way to sit while I'm doing this. Because this is not very comfortable at all. I got you. Well, I do hope everybody is well, safe, and healthy. And I'm sure at some point when all of this is over, we'll hang out. Let me see if I can figure out a way to sit. There you go. That'll work. Let me see if I can move this closer. The bike just bottomed out. If I wanted another car, what would be your second choice other than the Cobra? Well, that's a really good question. Well, if I didn't have space issues, because I only have a one-car garage, I probably would get. I've always loved my dream car has always been, like, besides the exotics, my dream car has always been like a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. 4-post lift. No, the roof's not that tall. I can't get the 4-point lift either. But I've always been a huge fan of like the 1977 honeycomb headlight Trans Am. I mean, everybody as a kid from our generation had like the Lamborghini posters on the wall, but if I had to buy something American muscle, it would probably be a Trans Am. And ironically, a neighbor of mine from around the block used to have one, and he went through a divorce and he was selling it, and I even contemplated on buying it then, but I was really heavy into the motorcycle stuff, and I didn't have the space or the room or any of that stuff. So, but I would have loved to have gotten that car. Yeah, see? My cousin Philip had a Firebird. Cliff, if you're still in here, what year was Philip's Firebird? And I love that car. He did what every kid did at that age. I mean, he put a ton of money into it, and it was white, and it was a beautiful Firebird. It really was. After he got done sinking a ton of cash into it, it was a '77. Yeah. So, and what year was your Barracuda? So when we were growing up, our family had 68 Fastback. Our family had, cars that were like so close to the hot rods. My Uncle Lou had a Pontiac Tempest that, I still wish one of us would have converted to a GTO. My mother had a Fairlane. My dad had a Malibu that was almost a Chevelle. I mean, our whole family throughout the years had cars that were like just on the cusp of being hot rods. Dad wants a 70 Cuda. That's a great year too. That's a good year. Modern cars just don't have the appeal that the classics do. They just don't. My dad had a 70 Malibu. It was this like snot green color. It was horrible looking. It was a 3-speed on the column or a 4-speed on the column that eventually they redid him and my cousin Michael, they redid the motor and he put it on the floor. And that car was phenomenal. Watching the Factory 5 updates. If you're watching for your build to come on a tractor trailer, you're a bummer delay. Yeah, well, I've seen the videos that they're delaying stuff, which is going to aggravate people. 3 on the tree. So, but yeah, if you already have it, it's a great time to be working on your project car, being a lot of people are stuck home. But if you can't get it delivered to the house, you're up shit's creek. Cliff, what car did your father have again? The Pontiac what? The gold car? '70 Pontiac Catalina. Yeah. My first car was a '76 Nova with a straight six. Everybody remembers their first car. Ah, boy. I would have loved the old station wagon, the hot rod, street rod one. Yep. Yep. One of my cousin Michael's friends, can't remember Jimmy's last name, but Jimmy had a station wagon they used to drag race. It was, yeah, I don't remember Jimmy's last name. Verona, maybe? But he used to do them as derby cars, a dime a dozen, now hard to find. Yeah. Well, my dad's Chevelle, my dad's Malibu, when he finally got rid of it, a friend of mine bought it and put it in a demolition derby and destroyed it. And my other friend had a 77. What the hell was that car? I can't remember. It was just a monster boat. And we put that in the demolition derby as well. But they're great for demolition derby cars with that big, the big hatchback and the rear seat. You just pound away at it. They all, yeah, most of them had big blocks in them too. It's amazing. Back then they were considered junkers, and now everybody wishes they had one. So Bluegrass, is your Cobra all done? Because I know the last time I saw you, you were still working with it a little bit. Because I don't see you around town either. I mean, I drive mine everywhere. If it's a pretty day, I'm out. Even if it's just around town just to have lunch. But our paths have never crossed. Outside of shows, anyway. You got the Cobra and the 55, and you have other cars as well. Good for you, brother. This is a good little stream. Covered a bunch of topics. So, RC, when you get done mounting the the blower to the Nova, shoot me a couple of pictures. And again, I'll post them on Instagram. So, Bluegrass, do you know Vincent with the Factory 5 hot rod roadster? I've seen him in a bunch of shows. He's got the Coyote motor in it, flat black. It's a beautiful roadster that he built that I posted on my Facebook page that he's selling now. I was talking to him. His daughter wants to go to medical school, so he's got to sell the car. That roadster is phenomenal. Let me see if I got a picture. Let me see here. I don't know if you can see that. That's a phenomenal car. He spent a ton of money on it. The inside is just gorgeous. He does live local. He lives in Warrenton, I think. Yeah, he lives in Warrenton. He's asking 45. And it's got a dyno sheet in here. 392 with 362 pounds of torque. 400 horses out of a Coyote motor, which there's probably a lot more in there to give too. But it's an amazing car. But see if we can get a couple more people in here. Or else I might start thinking about calling it a night. You got it, Bluegrass. You have a great night, brother. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I might do another live stream tomorrow after the cruise. Let you guys know how that went and if I got enough footage to make a video. But if I don't, I'll probably go Monday since I'm still off work. It's getting quiet in here. What does that say? I haven't heard anything on their page in OC. Yeah, no, I haven't heard either. The last thing I heard was like a week ago saying it hasn't been canceled, that they wanted to squish some of the rumors. that people were saying it's been canceled, but it has not been canceled yet. So that's good. But hopefully they give everybody notice, enough time for me to cancel the condo so I get my deposit back, is the only real question. But who knows? But I'm thinking I'm gonna call it a night here, guys. So we only got 3 left in the chat. I'm pretty sure one's RC, one's Cliff, and the other one's me. So call it a night. Keep checking online. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to do another one tomorrow. Please do. Send me the video of the burnout. If you do me a favor. Hold the phone horizontal. Don't hold it vertical. So I can show it wide-wise. All right, brother? You got it, brother. Love you too, Cliffy. And I will catch you next time tomorrow, maybe. If not tomorrow, definitely on Monday. All right, guys? Have a safe night. Be well. And we'll catch you next time.